Hi guys. Scarcity. The fear of loss is more powerful than the fear of gain. If you can communicate this when you're attempting to influence somebody, then this creates a real urgency for them to purchase your product, service, or buy into your idea. This encourages them to act now through the fear of missing out. The idea of scarcity is pervasive in all parts of our lives. And for me personally, I know that eBay plays the scarcity card beautifully well. If you're anything like me and have had an item on your eBay watch list for a few days, then when it comes to the last few moments and a flurry of bids come in, your heart starts racing for the fear that you'll miss out. This is accompanied by the excitement that, on the other hand, even though you could miss out, you could equally win it. Then when you place your bid, you mentally trick yourself into thinking the item is yours. And the more bids that come in, the more you desire it and fear you're going to miss out on it. Pre-eBay era, in 1973, a movie mogul by the name of Barry Diller, a negotiation expert at ABC, paid $3.3 million for the Poseidon adventure on TV, which at that time was an absolutely obscene amount of money for any rights purchase. The reason for such a high price tag was then the first time any rights had been sold to networks in an open bid auction. An open bid allowed competitors to see each other's bids, and this was the catalyst for a bidding war that resulted in Diller paying way over the odds for the rights. He was later quoted saying that ABC would no longer take part in auctions again. In similarity to Barry Diller, when we are on a hotel room booking site, not to name any, and see that there are only 2 rooms left, we get caught up on the idea that we're about to miss out, which prompts us to take action. Similarly, we might be looking to book our flights abroad, and again, companies use similar persuasion and influence techniques and suggest that there's a limited supply of seats available. We're influenced by the fear of missing out on something which is presented as scarce. When opportunities become scarce, we desire them more. Just the idea of scarcity is an incredibly powerful tool too. Take the recent coronavirus pandemic as an example. Here in the UK where I am, people believe that if we were told to self-isolate, the most important things they should stock up on were rice, pasta, hand sanitizer, toilet paper. In the first few days, when the UK government declared a state of emergency and lockdown, consumers bought all of the aforementioned items in bulk. This created scarcity. For those who had plenty, they were then unsure whether they would be able to buy these items next and got caught up in stockpiling them as well. It became a vicious circle. People ended up paying over the odds for items that had only been made scarce by people panic buying. In turn, this led to others buying the remainder of the stock. All of these actions came despite assurances of both the government and supermarkets that their supply chains were robust, were strong and working well. If everybody remained consistent in their buying patterns, there would be no shortages. But there were. Thus, it was just the idea of scarcity that caused people to act on that notion and create scarcity as a side effect. English writer and philosopher G.K. Chesterton once said, "The way to love anything is to realise it might be lost." Adjectives such as exclusive, rare or limited edition are all synonymous with scarcity and imply a greater worth and value. Scarcity is used prolifically in bricks and mortar stores with notices such as closing down sale, last one's left, 2 weeks left, etc., etc. If you can influence your prospective client to imagine that they'll miss out on something, this will increase their desire to buy so much more, making scarcity as a principle of persuasion a formidable tool. An even greater powerful persuasive principle that overpowers people's desires is when something is banned or forbidden. For some, it makes them feel that they have had their liberties taken away from them, which is an extremely powerful motivator. Forbidden or banned information, in many ways, is even more desirable than products and services. It's widely recognised that juries, in fact, are influenced by censored information. If a jury finds out that an insurance company will pay any bill for damages, they tend to award larger damages to the plaintiffs. Not only that, but they're known to award even greater damages and compensation payouts if they're expressly told by the judge to ignore the fact that the defendant has insurance. So scarcity. People say yes to products, services or opportunities that are scarce, rare or dwindling in availability. Thanks guys, see you again sometime.